But the key point from the sources is about holding the device.
Just holding it, even if you're not actively using it at that second.
That's what the sources highlight. Just having it in your hand in a way that's visible, that can be enough for a violation.
Wow.
And crucially, they say this applies whether you're moving or stopped, in traffic, at a signal.
So hang on. If I pick up my phone at a red light just to glance at the map?
According to how these laws are described here, in the places they apply, yeah, that could potentially get you a ticket.
Okay, that's strict. And where do these laws apply? How widespread is this based on the info we have?
Well, the sources list 31 states plus D.C.
31.
Okay, and also Puerto Rico, Guam, the Northern Mariana Islands, and the U.S. Virgin Islands.
So quite a few places.
Yeah, and in those locations, the material says an officer can generally give you a ticket just for the handheld phone use.
They don't need another reason, like speeding.
Nope, not according to this. The phone use itself is the primary offense.
That covers a huge chunk of the U.S. then. Do the sources happen to list which states?
They do, actually. Let's see. Alabama, Arizona, California, Colorado, Connecticut, Delaware, Georgia, Hawaii, Idaho, Illinois.
Okay.
Indiana, Iowa, Maine, Maryland, Massachusetts, Michigan, Minnesota, Missouri, Nevada, New Hampshire, New Jersey, New York.
Keep going. This is important for listeners.
Right. Ohio, Oregon, Rhode Island, Tennessee, Vermont, Virginia, Washington, and West Virginia.
That's quite the list. It really shows these laws are becoming pretty common.
Definitely seems to be the trend reflected in these sources.
Now, the material also mentioned that not every state has a complete ban on holding devices, right?
That's correct. It notes some states might have restrictions, maybe just for, say, newer drivers or school bus drivers, but not a full ban for everyone.
But texting is mostly banned everywhere.
Yeah. The sources add that most states do ban texting while driving across the board.
Okay. So these laws are strict. They're in a lot of places, even when stopped. What about penalties? What do the sources say happens if you violate these rules?
Well, you're looking at fines. The sources mention penalties going up to $450.
$450? That's a pretty steep fine for a traffic ticket.
It is. And the sources use New York as a specific example of how fines can climb.
How so?
They say it starts at $50 for the first offense there.
Okay, manageable maybe?
But it can jump up fast. It reaches that $450 maximum for a third offense, or any more after that, within an 18-month window.
Within 18 months. Okay, and just to confirm, based on the sources, in New York, holding that device while you're just temporarily stopped, that is considered illegal.
Yes, the sources are quite clear on that. Stationary at a light, stuck in traffic, holding the device is illegal in New York.
And repeated offenses mean those bigger fines.
Exactly.
It's not just about the money, though, is it? What about points on your license?
Right, this is another big consequence the sources highlight.